Hello students, in last video, that is video number 1, we already seen that what is the C by N ratio. Now what is the G by T ratio for the earth station? G for the gain of the receiver and T for the noise temperature, that is the system temperature. Now this G by T ratio, what is the relation between that C by N and G by T? Again, numericals are based on the C by N and G by T. So C by N, that means C is the carrier power and N means KTB. So that C is this totally PT, GT, GR divided by LP and divided by this N, that is the KTB. Now rearranging the equation, C by N is directly proportional to this G by T. Arranging this term, that means G by T. So relation is C by N is directly proportional to the G by T, that is the GR divided by the system temperature. So this is the one of the important equation, relation between C by N and G by T. Now we will study the downlink and uplink. How downlink and uplinks are designed, or what are the losses are there in the design of downlink. Now downlink means what? From transponder to the earth station. That means two earth stations are there, that is the uplink frequency and the downlink frequency. Uplink frequency is always higher than the downlink frequency. Uplink means from earth station to the transponder, that is the satellite, and downlink means from satellite towards earth station. So this is the downlink design, that means this is the satellite transponder. Now which are the losses? So in here antenna is connected, again that is the satellite antenna, and at the earth station again second antenna is there, that is the receiver antenna. So here this amplifier is connected with the antenna one cable, so that cable is known as the feeder cable. So this loss is occurred in the cable, that is the feeder loss. Now gain of the satellite antenna G. Now free space losses in the downlink, that means when your radiations occur in the antenna and that radiations received or radiated from the free space, that whatever the losses occurred in the free space, that is the free space loss in the downlink. And again some losses are there, polarization loss in the downlink. Again antenna misalignment loss in the downlink, that means what are the pattern or misalignment at the antenna receiver side. So that is one type of loss is considered. Again atmospheric absorption loss, that is the AA, this is the here. And again receiver feeder loss, that means from this antenna again one cable is connected at the receiver, that is the feeder cable. So again that is the receiver feeder cable. So this much losses are considered at the design of the downlink. Same case, now all these losses we have to consider at the time of design of downlink. That means tutorial to solve the numericals. Same thing already we have done in case of the optical fiber cable, that is the link power budget equations or the rise time equations. Same case we have to study in case of satellite antennas. Now uplink, this is the uplink design power budget. So now what is the uplink from earth station to the satellite antenna, that is the uplink. So again from this amplifier to the antenna one cable is connected. So again that transmitter feeder loss TFL, again this U is written as outside the bracket, that is the for the uplink. U indicates for the uplink, and suppose D is written, that D for downlink. Same polarization loss, so PLU, atmospheric absorption loss in uplink, free space loss in uplink, that is the FSL, gain of the satellite antenna G satellite, feeder loss satellite RFL U. So these losses we have to consider at the time of uplink design. Students, one question is based on this uplink design, that is the write down the all the steps or design the uplink design or satellite link design. So you have to write down the all the steps at the time of design of this uplink design. This is the 8-mark question or 10-mark questions. Now these are the steps required to design uplink power budget. So in that, step 1 is the write the expression for the effective radiated power, that is the EIRP. So the EIRP is written as the EIRP for the uplink is nothing but the power at the output of the high amplifier power, that is the PHPA, minus transmitter feeder loss plus gain of the earth station antenna. This is the EIRP. In general link equation, what is the EIRP? That is the PT into GT. Now, in this case of the uplink design, you have to consider this equation for the EIRP. That is, all values are in dB. That means minus and plus is there, and whatever the quantities are expressed in the square brackets. Same case, step 2, write the expression for the total loss taking place in the uplink. So, the transmitted uplink signal undergoes various losses. Now again, what are the losses? That TPL is nothing but transmitted path loss is nothing but antenna misalignment loss, that is the antenna mismatch loss, plus polarization loss, plus atmospheric absorption loss, and plus free space loss in uplink. The TPL considers all these losses. Now step number 3, write the expression for the power received by the satellite receiver as a subtraction of EIRP and the losses. So power received by the satellite receiver we denoted by PI expressed in dB watt. So EIRP minus TPL minus GSAT minus RFL. This is the received feeder loss. GSAT, total path loss. Now express the receiver power. Step 4, in the form of the carrier to noise ratio, C by N uplink. So C by N is nothing but EIRP minus TPL minus RFL plus G by T satellite plus minus K minus B. Now this equation is arranged to form this G by T, because suppose G by T is given in the numerical, you directly put the value of G by T in this formula. If it is not given, gain is separate, T is separate, then separate G, again this T is separated as minus T. So it is G by T of the satellite. This is the equation for the C by N. And step 5 is the calculate the carrier to noise density ratio, that is denoted by C by N0. So EIRP uplink minus TPL uplink minus receiver feeder loss plus G by T satellite minus 228.6. Now what is this 228.6? Is nothing but the K. K is the Boltzmann constant, and the value of the Boltzmann constant is converted into the dB. It's coming minus 228.6. Again minus minus, here it is the plus. So again this minus B is remaining. So this is the minus B. Now same formula again. Now we will move G by T ratio. It is completed. Now in design of downlink, the equations are EIRP is equal to PT/GT. So PT plus GT. So this PT plus GT minus total feeding loss. This is the TFL. Again minus is for the losses is there. That's why. Now what are the losses in downlink? Again this TPL is nothing but FSL, that is the free space loss, AML antenna misalignment loss, PL polarization loss, AA atmospheric absorption loss. In this case students, in the numerical all these losses are given in the numerical format. You have to consider all these losses. If it is not given, don't consider these losses. Whichever losses are given, considered in the numerical. Now, carrier power at the earth station. So, this is the receiver power at the earth station. What is that received power at the earth station? EIRP plus GR minus LP. That path loss is same as this total path loss, that is the TPL for the downlink. So equation can be rearranged. So there can be feeder losses at the receiver also, and it is denoted by the receiver feeder losses. So by considering all this loss, that means from EIRP, gain, total path loss, again at the antenna side feeder loss is there. So it is minus RFL for the downlink. Now, carrier to noise ratio. Whatever the noise is same as the noise power Pn, and that is same as the KTB. So this PR divided by Pn formula is for C by N. So PR minus Pn. So PR minus KTB. Again we can separate this KTB as PR minus K minus T minus B. So putting the value of PR, again whatever the value of PR, so it is EIRP minus TPL plus GR minus RFL. This is the PR and minus KTB. This is your noise power. Now again arranging the equation, that KTB is separated as K, T and minus B. So here we can arrange the equation as G minus T is nothing but G by T. So this is the G by T ratio. If it is G by T ratio is given, you can arrange this term as a G by T. So this is the G by T minus K minus B. Now again the carrier to noise power density ratio, and that is denoted by C by N0. So Pn is equal to KTB, again same equation. So N0 is equal to whatever the noise spectral density. N0 is the ratio of noise power to the spectral bandwidth. So it is Pn by B. Again BB cancelled. So your N0 is coming KTS. So C by N0 is nothing but C minus N0, and C means carrier, and carrier is nothing but the received power PR. So again PR minus KT. But what is this for? That is carrier to noise spectral density, that is the N0. If simple C by N ratio is there, then the equation is PR minus KTB. Again putting the PR value, same equation repeated. Value of the K in dBt is always minus 228.6 dB. So it is minus plus, so it is coming plus 228.6. Same as we know what is the uplink design diagram. So the satellite uplink deals with the power generation at the earth station, various power gains and losses associated with the signal traveling in the upward direction. So what are that? EIRP means effective isotropic radiated power for the uplink is nothing but the power at the output of the high power amplifier plus earth station gain minus total feeder losses for the uplink. Now again, what are the losses associated with uplink? What is the total path loss? FSL, that is the free space loss. AML, that is the antenna misalignment loss. PN, that is the polarization loss, and AA means atmospheric absorption loss. So carrier power at the satellite, that means PR. So let PU be the power received by the satellite receiver. It can be expressed as EIRP minus TPL plus GSAT minus RFL. Now G for satellite antenna gain, and this path loss and feeder loss at the antenna at the receiver side. That's why this is the minus and this is the minus. So PR is the uplink power received by the satellite in dBW. So C directly equal to the P, that is the received power. So the noise power Pn of the uplink is the KTB. Again that key T temperature of the satellite that is the noise.